The constructive mind of different resources, which are the surrounding of a different incident which is happening throughout the country, like the drought which is take place, and different insecurity and its tragedy, which is the eventual transformations of the requirement, the certain things which felt about the different managements and its requirement for their core and its certainty for the process and its management efficiency which is lacking behind, but the transformations and it's effective for the proper neutral efficiency, how the different ministry which approve the working structurals and the different commercial buildings, it is the challenges and it's effective for their different responsibility, like the different ministry and it's ecologically and it's transformations, the beginning and its a transformation and its a challenges which are defining process and its coordination of state government and central government, the revolutionizing the process and its regardless for their prospectus for their ideologically, the comprehensive and it's a socially and it's a politically the proper way of the deterministic and its approaches about the working constructive mindset and its a physical transformation, which are the different favorables and its constructive procedures. It is the different way and its a transformation for their requirement, the phase efficiency determinations and its gradually transformation for their requirement and its ideologically for their transformation, beginning of the society and its core values and its ideologically for the different phenomena of the structurals. It is the beginning and its socially and its fundamental natures for their convenience and its societal for their way and its balance for their socially and its economically procedures. It is a different way and its challenges, the defining and its eventually transformations. Management about the proper way and its authority, the different beginning and its socialism, the comprehensive advantage, role in its comparative for their sustainable approach and its subsistence and desirable prosperity, the beginning of the society and its political instability, the growth and its prospectors, the challenges, cooperative advantage, management of the requirement phenomena of the structurals and the resources, which is gradually responsibility about the structurals and its phenomena, which are the try to approach and its coordinations and its balance for the requirement phenomena. It is the balance for their different way and its challenges for their efficiency, the growing and its basically for their transformations, requirement and its phase for their different beginning and its socialization, the comprehensive and its beginning for their different approaches about the structurals and its resources and its different revolutionizing the process. We are just try to influence for their structurals and its resources about their different gesture and its socialization for their cooperative advantage. We have the challenges and its acceptance for their deterministic approaches. It is the balance for their capacity and its neutral efficiency for their gracefully responsibility, hidden of the transformations and its ideologically for their fundamentals natures, the comprehensive and its socially and its fundamentally for their different requirement and its phase for their balances for their requirement phase efficiency, the balance and its management for the requirement, the beginning and its institutionalization for the gracefully responsibility, the ideologically and its fundamental nature for their convenience, how to the different way for the regulatory and its advantage, the supply chains, work efficiency, growth balance and its political instability and its further for the governance, the challenges for their ideologically and its proper neutralization, the functional association and its growth and its balance for their regulatory advantage for their surveillance for their desirable concept about the lateral efficiency, the balance of the society and its challenges for their effective and its cooperative advantage, supplementary for their ideologically and it hidden for their transformation, growth and its trajectory of working capacity. It is the phenomena of the structurals and its resources about the different systematic and its approach efficiency, the getting about the societal and its comprehensive advantage, the different way and its efficiency for their challenges and its defining for their different distinguish for their work efficiency, the balance of the capacity and its neutralization for their efficiency and its balance for their requirement and its a way for their different way for their challenges and it's gracefully for their different responsible. It is the scope and it is the scope and it's regulatory for their advantage, the cooperative and its socialization for their gracefully responsible, when the deterministic and its efficiency for their different distinguish of the work culturals, the technology associations, the gracefully responsibility and hidden for their transactions of the different metropolitan cities, which are the scope of the services sectors, the scope of skills, youngsters and dividend and demography dividend, which helps to improving the services sectors and it's a communalization for their processing and it's a structural for their resources, the fundamentals natures and its role in its regulatory for their efficiency, the getting about the societal and its balance for their cooperative advantage, the so advantage and it's getting about the different way and its efficiency. It is the balance for their cooperative and its socialization, the growth efficiency and its navigation for the challenges and its effective for their processing and its advantage for their regulatory efficiency, which are the societal and its processing for the different way and its effective for their different way of the insecurity about the structurals and its growth efficiency, the structure about the different way and its balance for their society, the balance for their different way and its challenges for their cooperative and its society and its economically procedures, efficiency and its procedure about the different way and its balance for their supplementary and its ideologically for their different way and its scope and its distinguish for their transformation. We have just tried to insecurity about the procedures and it's getting about the societal reformations, when the different cooperative advantage and it's socially and it's economically, the procedures about the structurals and it's regulatory for their advantage, the challenges for their cooperative and its social and its economically for their different phenomena of the structurals and its resources about the different distinguish and transformations, which are the institutional structurals, the procedures about different coordinations, integrations of structurals. The beginning is very difficult when the different data and its statics integrated, the procedures about supplementary and its systematic way of the surveillance and the structures of the cooperative advantage, the societal association and its beginning for their different way and its efficiency for their challenges. We have the geographical conditions looking like the basically transformation geysers and it's getting about the resource efficiency, but the constructive of the challenges like the dependence of other country like the fuels and the technology cooperations, also have lithium ions also dependence for other countries. So the if any country is just like the so-called happening in neighboring country war, it will be affecting India directly because there are two reasons. First, the reason behind we are mostly dependent of other resources for other country. The second reason is globalization. It is happening when the connection of one network to another network, so it will affect our on if it will affect our also Indian economy, share markets and also interruption of the retail and its wholesale market. So the challenges and its interruption also have the, when we are buying crude oil for the Middle East countries, so we just paying for dollars and the dollar is dominant, rupees is depreciation. Also have the foreign direct investment is foreign direct exchange is also decreasing for last 4 months. So the challenges in different perspective, but we are just try to the escape about to efficiency of export rate high, so we will facing lots of challenges which is happening like the Russia and Ukraine, Middle East, and also in the Japan and China conflicts in the South China Sea. And it's basically when we are just try to the dependence of our own natural resources, improving the Atmanirbhar Bharat, production link incentive encourages and different entrepreneurship advantages, skills management, and the proper way of the utility of the different resources. So we will concluded about the solving the different geopolitical tension, and it will not affect our the economy. Also have a different category like the energy security, service sector is advantage, technology advantage, and a different way for the natural executions, working for the capacity and its a requirement for their face efficiency. Okay.